the caramel apple shortcake. So my go-to summer dessert is a strawberry shortcake. But then I thought to myself, just because strawberry season is over, doesn't mean shortcake season has to be over. So what I'm going to show you today is a caramel apple shortcake, and it's just as simple as its inspiration. Let's get started with the shortcake themselves. I'm going to grab 1 stick of butter. I always grate the butter using a cheese grater. Once that's all grated, we have gorgeous ribbons of butter. So to keep these ribbons of butter nice and thin, I'm going to throw this plate with all the butter on it into the freezer. So I have a giant bowl here. Basically, you'll want to use the biggest bowl that you have. So we have 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a ½ teaspoon of baking soda. A little bit of salt goes in, and I'm also going to add in a 1/4 cup of sugar. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to get started on the wet mixture that's going to go into those dry ingredients there. And this is 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. Buttermilk is going to make a really tender cake, but it's also going to react with the baking soda that's in there to help give our shortcakes a rise. To the buttermilk, I'm going to add in some vanilla. I'm just going to give that a little whisk. In the dry ingredients right here, I'm going to add the butter. And basically what we're doing here is just coating all of those strands of butter with the dry mixture. And all you want to do is make a little well right in the middle. And then I'm going to pour all of our buttermilk mixture right into the middle. And then we're just going to toss everything together. Here's our nice little shortcake dough ball. So I rinse my hands off quickly. Now we are ready to cut out our shortcakes. I'm going to grab a little flour here just to dust our work surface. There we go. Just press it down with my hands. So I'm using a 2-inch biscuit cutter here. So I'm just going to cut out 6 shortcakes. Put all 6 of these onto a sheet tray here. And then I'm going to grab that little pitcher that had our buttermilk in it. And I'm going to use this to brush the tops of our biscuits. So I just have a little bit of white sugar in here. So I'm just going to sprinkle the tops. All right, so I'm going to pop these into the oven. The oven is at 400 degrees, and these will take 15 to 20 minutes. So while those shortcakes are in the oven, we're going to get started on the caramel apple filling. Transition! So the first thing we're going to need is 4 apples. Typically, when I make an apple pie in the fall, I like to use a Granny Smith apple. So I'm just going to peel our apples here. So to slice our apples, this is a great tip that I actually learned from Rachael. Basically, I cut it in half. I cut the half in half again. And then with my knife on an angle, I'm just going to remove that core. And then we slice this 1/4. So end up with these nice, thick, about a ½ inch slice. So we have all of our apples peeled, cored, and sliced. So we're ready to start making our caramel apple filling. We're just going to saute the apples in a little bit of butter, and then we're going to throw in some sugar, both light brown sugar, we're going to caramelize them. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of heavy cream, and then we'll finish it off with a little bit of vanilla bean paste. Let's check out our shortcakes because I think that those are about done. These are looking perfect. Let me show you how I like to serve these shortcakes. Cut it open. Check that out, it's still nice and warm. So I'm just going to put a nice big spoonful of those apples right on top of the shortcake with some of that caramel sauce. And we're going to top that with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, a drizzle, caramel sauce, some pecans, and to really bring home that salty vibe, a little bit of flaky sea salt. And then we put a tap back on. That is super delicious.